Raheem Sterling, I mean, putting in the sheet for Arsenal presently is not doing well. So, and
Raheem, which Chelsea have finished using that.
he has finished playing all his football career already at Manchester City. So, a lot to look forward to this afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Most definitely. Thank you, David. And let me use this opportunity as well to say big ups to David's dad. Your dad. I think that he's giving you a whole lot of support, right? Because each time, I mean...
My parents,
okay. In fact, let me say the parents entirely, the Big Bami family. Abi?
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, when immediately got here, I was speaking with him when the dad called. You're there, right? You're there. I like that. That's good. It's all
Thank
good.
you very much.
We appreciate you, sir. I mean, God bless you, sir, for allowing David to do this with us. Okay? All right, let's begin from Lagos. The Lagos City Marathon. We just went down early this morning. And of course, I remember last year I was part of it. Not that I took part, but I covered it. This one, I'm in Ibadan now, couldn't cover it. But at least our guys who covered it told us everything. So it is another time for foreigners to come and pick our money. Yeah, because Edwin Kibet Kwech of Kenya was the one that won the 10th edition of the Lagos City Marathon this morning. And he crossed the finish line with an official time of 2 hours, 14 minutes. 19 seconds and 17 milliseconds. For the one-year-old and old, Kibet emerged victorious in a race of 30,000 marathoners. Of course, to win the 42-kilometer race, 30,000 people participated in the race, and he will be, the one that is now giving the accolades. Of course, he won $50,000. $50,000. For the one-year-old finished with that time to beat his Kenyan compatriot. Another Kenyan came second. The second was Kipgon Hemaya, who recorded 2 hours, 16 minutes, 37 seconds to finish second. And of course, Sang Bernard Chiroyo took up the third position with 2 hours, 17 seconds and 17 minutes, 17 seconds. And there was also a new winner in the women's 42 race as Ethiopia Gusta Meseret Harper won the title, beating a competitor to claim her first title in Lagos. Harper go to the final at 2 hours, 37 minutes, 4 seconds, inspiring an Ethiopian 1-2 in the women's marathon. It means that every year we have this Lagos City Marathon. Kenyans, Ethiopians always come to claim it.
I mean, yes, I mean, there's their own area of specialization when it comes to marathon races. All these East African countries, Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda. I mean, not just in Africa soil, when they go to major competitions, the Olympics, you see them thriving, participating, doing so well for themselves. And it's not surprising to see Kenyans, 1-2 when it comes to the male category, and the Ethiopians also 1-2 when it comes to the female categories. But one thing I want to point out is for we Nigerians with Western countries, yes, we should also try to take this sport as an area of concentration, because you look at all these sports, this is where other countries get to rack up medals when it comes to the Olympics, even before these major competitions actually take place. So I feel it's a very good one. I mean, having it every year, it will actually bring up talents for Nigerians, and I hope that when we build these talents, build them up, other countries won't come for them, because right now we are building them for the future, and I hope in the future we can start dominating when it comes to these long marathon races.
I hope so as well, because the way it is as if we are always too focused on football. Okay, let's talk about the Nigerian winners, because we found out that foreigners have always come to claim this award. They now decided to create the Nigerian run as well, talking about the Nigerian race. Alemeshe Herbs from Ethiopia was second in the women's category, but let's leave that one. Let's talk about the one that concerns Nigeria, where Yang Boye emerged the men's winner. The Nigerian category race in a time of 2 hours, 25 minutes, 41 seconds, and 58 milliseconds. Of course, when you hear that name, you know he's coming from Plateau State. They're always the one winning. Now, apart from winning the 2 million naira as first Nigerian, Boye also won $4,000 for finishing 8th overall. So he finished 8th overall, first Nigerian and 8th overall. Now, in the women's category, Blessings Shambo Solomon emerged a winner in the women's category as well, while Elizabeth Nuhu Power and Patience Daliop finished second and third respectively. So every time we have these long distance races, they're always coming from Plateau State, Plateau State. Now, can't we leverage on the fact that, okay, we have people from Plateau State who are strong in this, and we help them develop them more so that we can have people when you talk about 3,000-kilometer races, marathon races at Olympics and Commonwealth and all that.
Yes, that's what we've been clamoring for a very long time. We have all states have their own area of specialization. I mean, when it comes to this western part of this country, you have football being the major sport right there. And when you go to this eastern part, just like you mentioned, Plateau, long marathon races, they have the strength, they are agile to be able to run and sustain. I feel for Nigeria, when you go to all these Commonwealth Games, when you go to this World Athletics Championship, you tend to see Nigeria struggling, especially when it comes to this long distance races. So I think we can leverage on this. I mean, build this set of athletes. I mean, build on their talent, give them the moral support, provide them the adequate facilities so that when a next major competition comes up, the Olympics is in the next 2-3 years. I mean, we are not saying we should go to the Olympics and win gold or even silver, but at least let's start from somewhere. I mean, if we can go to the Olympics, participate, then in the next one, then we can start hoping for the best. So I think for Nigerian Athletics Federation, this is a night opener for them. We have talents in this part of the country. I mean, let's build them so that in the next upcoming major competition, we can actually thrive more better.
Okay, we can thrive more better. Yes, let's build on it. Let's build on it. Let's see how we can build on it. Let me let you know that the race actually is a 42-kilometer race, and it always begins at the National Stadium in Surulere and will always end at the Eko Atlantic City in Victoria Island. They run it through Ikorodu Road, pass through Third Mainland Bridge to Victoria Island before it now ends at Eko Atlantic City. It's a very beautiful race, 42 kilometers. Majority of the roads in Lagos around that axis were closed earlier today. So congratulations to those who won, and of course that's how it went for the coverage of the Lagos City Marathon. Let's quickly talk about tennis now, and let's talk about Yannick Sinner again. Yes, Yannick Sinner, world number one. Yannick Sinner has accepted an immediate 3-month ban from tennis after reaching settlement with the World Anti-Doping Agency over his 2 positive drug tests last year. The 23-year-old Italian, who last month won the Australian Open, is suspended from 9 February until May. They will be eligible to play in this year's and next Grand Slam event, the French Open, which starts on May 19. So that's how lucky he is, because his ban will be finishing on 4th, and he will participate on May 19 on the next Grand Slam Open. And of course, WADA had launched an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sports over the 2024 decision by the International Agency, ITIA, not to suspend Sinner. WADA wanted a ban of up to 2 years, but earlier today it said it accepts the explanation that he was inadvertently contaminated with